Today I want to talk to you about something that most people completely ignore while they are busy chasing short-term trends and quick profits. This is not just another crypto story. This is a story about power, money control, and the system that decides who wins and who stays behind. If you are watching this right now, there is a strong chance that you already feel something is changing in the world. Prices are rising. Jobs feel unstable. Governments are printing money like never before. And people are quietly looking for a safe place to protect their future. Now let me ask you something simple. Have you ever wondered why some people always seem to be one step ahead while others are always reacting too late? It is not luck, it is not magic. It is information and timing. And today I want to share something that most people still do not fully understand. This is about XRP, the hidden mechanics of the financial system, and a coming shift that could change how money moves across the world. Most people think Bitcoin is the king of crypto, and in many ways it was the first big revolution. Bitcoin showed the world that money does not need a bank. It showed that trust can be created through code. But what most people do not realize is that Bitcoin was never designed to run the entire global financial system. It was designed as a store of value. Digital gold. Slow but secure. Powerful but limited. Now think about how the world actually works. Banks move trillions of dollars every single day. Governments send money across borders. Companies pay suppliers in different countries. All of this needs speed, stability, and low cost. Bitcoin cannot do that at scale. This is where the real story begins. Behind the scenes, financial institutions started asking a dangerous question. What if we could move money instantly across borders, without delays, without massive fees, and without relying on outdated systems? From the 1970s, that question gave birth to a quiet revolution. And that revolution is where XRP enters the picture. XRP was not built for hype. It was not built for memes. It was built for infrastructure. It was built to solve a real problem that banks have struggled with for decades. Cross-border payments are slow, expensive, and complicated. Sometimes a simple international transfer can take days. Sometimes the fees are higher than the amount being sent. This is not an accident. This is the result of an old system that was never upgraded. Now imagine a system where money moves in seconds. Not hours. Not days. Seconds. With almost zero cost. And imagine that system being tested, not by random startups, but by major banks and financial institutions around the world. This is where things start to get interesting. Ripple, the company behind XRP, did something very smart. Instead of fighting banks, they worked with them. While the crypto world was screaming about replacing the system, Ripple quietly decided to upgrade it. They built bridges instead of walls. And those bridges are made of XRP. Here is where the story gets even more interesting. Central banks around the world are now exploring digital currencies. These are called CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. This is not a theory. This is already happening. Countries like China are far ahead. Europe is testing. Even the United States is researching it seriously. Now ask yourself this: when governments move to digital money, who will provide the technology? Who already has the infrastructure tested and ready? Who already works with banks, regulators, and financial institutions. This is where many people start connecting the dots. XRP is positioned in a very unique place. It sits between traditional finance and the new digital world. It is fast scalable and built for compliance. That last word is very important. Compliance means it can work with regulations instead of fighting them. And in the real world, regulations always win. This is why some people call XRP the bridge asset. Not because it sounds cool, but because it literally connects different currencies and systems together. It acts like a universal translator for money. Now let us talk about the idea. Many people call the Bitcoin trick. This is not a trick in a bad way. It is a pattern. Early on, Bitcoin was ignored. Then it was mocked. Then it was attacked, and finally it was adopted. The same pattern is now happening again, but this time with assets that focus on utility instead of hype. While everyone is distracted by price charts and memes, the real game is happening quietly. In boardrooms and government offices, decisions are being made that will shape the next financial era. And most people will only notice after everything is already in place. Think about this for a moment. If tomorrow banks start using a new system for global payments, do you think they will announce it loudly beforehand? Or do you think they will test it quietly until it is stable and safe? History shows us they always choose the second option. This is why many people believe we are in the calm before the storm. The technology exists. The partnerships exist. The need exists. What is missing is public awareness. Now let me be very clear. This is not about getting rich overnight. This is about understanding where the world is heading. Those who understand early can position themselves better. Those who ignore it may only hear about it when it is too late. Look at how the internet changed everything. At first it was slow and confusing. Then suddenly it was everywhere. The same pattern applies here. Digital money infrastructure is being built quietly. While most people are still arguing about surface-level topics, XRP income opportunity is not about magic profits. It is about being aligned with a system that could power global transactions in the future. If that happens, the value does not come from hype. It comes from usage. Think about roads. The more traffic they carry, the more valuable they become. XRP works in a similar way. The more institutions use it, the more demand exists for it to function smoothly. Now imagine millions of transactions moving through it every day. Payments between countries. Settlements between banks. Liquidity on demand. This is not fantasy. This is exactly what the system was designed for. The reason many people miss this is because it is not loud. It is not flashy. It does not promise overnight wealth. It promises efficiency. And efficiency is what runs the world. This is why smart money watches infrastructure, not noise. They look at what systems governments and banks are testing. They follow where the flow of money is being optimized. And here is something very important. When the financial system changes, it does not ask for permission. It just evolves. Those who understand early adapt easily. Those who ignore it struggle later. You do not need to be a trader. You do not need to be a tech expert. You just need awareness. Awareness that the world of money is changing faster than most people realize. This is not about fear. This is about preparation. History rewards those who pay attention. Right now you have a choice. You can scroll past this and forget it. Or you can start learning. Start observing. Start connecting the dots. Because one day soon people will ask how this shift happened so fast. And the answer will be simple. It was happening quietly all along. If you stayed until here, you already think differently than most. That alone puts you ahead. The future does not belong to the loudest voices. It belongs to those who understand what is coming before everyone else.